Hello and welcome back. This is Live About Events. So, if you are just now joining me today, thank you. Please subscribe and come back for weekly content of Live About Events. My name is Tiffany English, and I am the founder of Velvet Style Event Marketing. And each week I come on to talk about one aspect of events in about 10 minutes or less to help you on your journey to creating amazing, successful in-person events. This week, talking about an event planner's secret weapon, CVBs. Okay. First off, people may not even know what that means. So let's look it up together. CVB. CVB stands for Convention and Visitors Bureau. Okay, so according to this AI description, it's a nonprofit organization that markets a specific city or region as a destination to attract travelers and events, acting as a resource for both tourists and event planners. You hear that? So, CVBs have been around for a while, but at the same time, in my event career, I just recently started working with CVBs, talking about CVBs, and really connecting. So, for an example, here in Chicago, our CVB is Choose Chicago. You have all types of different destinations and locations that have their own acting office that is there solely to market their destination, to tell you how cool it is to come, to share all of their what they're known for, all of their interesting things about their city. Now, me as a planner, especially working with conferences, events, corporate, and doing a whole range of different events, I have been known to work with CVBs, and our working relationship is CVBs work very closely with planners. Okay. Basically, they can be our eyes and ears when we're not able to be there on the ground locally. They share hotel recommendations, activities, cultural things to do. They can help with itineraries and agendas. And they are just really great resource. Now, I'm not going to say they're unbiased, because they're not. They're here to try to sway us, event hosts, organizers, to come to their city for their event. Okay. But what I will say is CVBs will be able to give a very clear direction of where to go as far as their city. And they also really help refine different, hotel options, where if you're looking for a slew of hotels, every hotel is going to say that their hotel is great. A CVB can step in and share what hotels would really work for that event. They can also share updates if there are any other, renovation updates going to happen. Also, just different dates and ongoing things that are happening in their city. And that's going to be great knowledge for, whether that city in your date are, compatible. Okay, so the CVB is known where, they're going to tell you what citywides are going around during that time. Are there any special events that would affect pricing, and just different things like that. So what I will say is, working with a planner, most planners, I will say, have a knowledge of working with CVBs. This planner right here, Tiffany English of Velvet Style Event Marketing, knows how to work directly with each CVB, and that helps the end user. So I always say, when you can, hire a planner, because there are so many resources that planners have than the average non-planner doesn't. That's just what it is. So unless you are a professional planner, you're always going to have less resources or less knowledge of that event you're planning. It just is what it is, because it's our job to have the expertise, have the resources, know where to go. So you, as the client, can just breathe, and not be stressed about your event happening at any given time. So, like I said, CVBs, great freaking resource. They're also a good resource for travel agents, which I am a certified travel agent with for travel. So the destination will also work with, within the travel industry to share a variety of options from their city. So whether it's budget friendly, luxury, lifestyle, they are knowledgeable, and a great central resource for that city. And anybody can go and, Google, go and Google city, and then plus add CVB. And then you will see that a lot of them are, have their website, they have their resources on there. Anybody can use that. But what really goes on is the relationship between that planner and the CVB. And for me, as a planner in the corporate market, as well as social, I tend to go to the events where we are connected. As a planner event, there's a variety of suppliers, including the CVBs that represent, maybe particular areas or just all over. I just came back from a few different events, one being an event called Destination Midwest, which brought together a lot of suppliers in the Midwest area, as well as the CVBs. So there was, quite a few from Michigan, quite a few from Wisconsin, Kansas City, and they all represented their city and what they had to offer. So that's what I wanted to share really quick, because when you are deciding on a location for your events and need to have more information and a more really in-depth, clear, precise, information on that city, try using that CVB. But when it comes to an event, hire a planner. Hire a planner who will work directly with that CVB, because now you're not going back and forth and, getting all the details. Just hire that planner, and that planner is going to reach out to that CVB and give you that up-to-date information between that destination that you are so, are excited about for your next events. All right, that's it. That's all I have for this week. But like I said, if this is your first time joining me, I do a weekly show called This Week's Live About Events. One aspect, one event topic. You're welcome to suggest any topic. If you want any information, go ahead and throw some comments in there. But please come back, subscribe, and like, share. And I'm really excited to bring more content about events. So until next time, see you later, and thanks for joining me.